Tired of your inner critic? This Buddhist secret, Mettā, transforms self-doubt into unconditional self-love. Stop fighting your mind and start healing your heart. Watch now to find inner peace. Part 1. The voice that whispers, "You're not enough." Welcome back to Echoes of Life. Take a moment and listen to the meanest voice you know. It's not your boss, your critical relative, or a toxic ex. It is the persistent, often brutal voice that resides inside your own head, the more inner critic. It whispers, "You're not good enough. You should have done better." Or, "You're going to fail." In our high-pressure world, this inner critic is the single largest source of internal suffering, driving anxiety, self-doubt, and burnout. We are kinder to strangers than we are to ourselves. This self-inflicted judgment often creates a deep sense of isolation and weariness. We chase external validation, hoping to silence that inner bully, only to find the silence is temporary. The problem is simple. You cannot find lasting peace fighting an internal war. The ancient Buddhist practice of Mettā, often translated as loving kindness or unconditional friendliness, offers the precise antidote. Mettā is not a fluffy concept or passive hope. It is a powerful internal force field you learn to construct. It's the ability to meet your own flaws, mistakes, and fears, not with judgment, but with the same gentle understanding you would offer a beloved friend. The goal of Mettā practice is radical: to choose love over judgment in every moment, thereby starving the inner critic and transforming your relationship with the world. You learn to choose self-compassion. First, creating an internal reservoir of peace that can never be drained by external circumstances. Today, we will turn this profound philosophy into a simple 3-step technique. We will teach you the Mettā 3-phrase exercise to silence your inner bully, show you how to expand your capacity for kindness to even your most difficult relationships, and explain why Mettā is the ultimate form of self-care that never leaves you drained. Are you ready to trade the poison of self-criticism for the deep, restorative medicine of unconditional kindness? Let us begin. Part 2. Mettā versus fake love. What unconditional kindness really means. Before we practice, we must ensure we understand what Mettā is and, crucially, what it is not. In the West, the word love is often loaded with conditions, expectations, and the potential for pain. Mettā is distinctly different. Mettā is one of the 4 Brahma Viharas, divine abodes, in Buddhism, alongside Karuna, compassion, Mudita, sympathetic joy, and Upekkha, equanimity. Mettā is the foundational pillar. It is defined as the pure, unconditioned wish for happiness. Mettā is like the sun. It shines on everyone, the good and the bad, the beautiful and the imperfect, without demanding anything in return. It is an internal state of benevolence, an active mental effort to project positive well-wishing. Mettā is not romantic love, conditional love. Romantic love is often based on attachment. I love you because you meet my needs. If those needs are unmet, the love changes or disappears. Mettā is unconditional. It is a wish for happiness whether or not the person pleases you. Toxic attachment. It is not about clinging to others or enabling their negative behavior. It is a genuine wish for their ultimate well-being, even if that means setting strong, healthy boundaries. A draining obligation. Because metta is purely an intention, a mental state, it does not require physical action, sacrifice, or exhaustion. It is a regenerative practice, not a draining one. The simplicity is revolutionary. Metta is the recognition that, fundamentally, all beings, including you, deserve to be happy and free from suffering. When you choose to send metta, you are simply aligning your mind with this universal truth. You are not asking for a favor. You are merely activating an internal, boundless source of positive energy. Understanding this distinction, that metta is pure well-wishing, detached from external results, is the first step toward finding its profound power and freedom. Part 3. Your first mission: silence the inner bully. Most powerful, yet often overlooked, target of metta is hubris. We cannot pour from an empty cup, and we cannot truly be kind to others if our internal landscape is dominated by self-rejection. To practice metta effectively, we must first focus on radical self-acceptance. Your first mission is to use metta to directly confront and silence the inner bully. When you make a mistake, feel regret, or experience a wave of self-doubt, your inner critic defaults to judgment and attack. Our practice is to consciously override that default. The Mettā 3-phrase technique. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on the feeling of your own presence. Direct these simple, powerful phrases toward yourself, either silently or softly spoken. The simplicity is key. The power lies in the intentional repetition. May I be safe from harm. This addresses fundamental fears and anxiety. May I be free from suffering. This acknowledges the mental and emotional pain you carry. May I be truly happy and at ease. This is the core wish for well-being. When the inner critic arises, you don't fight it with logic, you drown it with loving kindness. When the voice says, "You're incompetent," you immediately counter with the quiet, firm intention, "May I be truly happy and at ease." This practice is an act of mental reparenting. You are teaching your mind a new way to respond to imperfection. By consistently choosing kindness, you are building a self-compassionate shield against self-judgment. This not only heals past wounds, but also prevents the creation of new, negative mental karma. Mastering this first step, becoming the kindest, most accepting friend to yourself, is the non-negotiable foundation for all future emotional and spiritual growth. Part 4. The 4 zones of empathy. How to expand your heart. Once the foundation of self-compassion is stable, we begin the profound process of expanding our circle of kindness. The metta practice expands outwards in 4 manageable, intentional zones. This process is designed to overcome our tendency toward bias and judgment, teaching us that the desire for happiness is universal. Zone 1, the easy crew, loved ones. Send metta to those you love effortlessly, family, friends, pets. This zone builds momentum and reinforces the feeling of metta. It confirms that you can feel this powerful, positive emotion. Zone 2, the neutral faces, strangers. Or this zone is crucial for breaking down the walls of indifference. Think of the cashier, the commuter on the train, or the neighbor you've never spoken to. They haven't helped you, but they haven't harmed you. By sending metta to them, using the 3-phrase technique, you practice non-judgment and realize their basic human desire for happiness is the same as yours. This eliminates unconscious bias. Zone 3, the difficult people, adversaries. This is the ultimate test of metta. Think of the person who frustrates you, criticized you, or caused you pain. Do not start with your worst enemy. Choose someone who causes mild irritation. Directing metta here is not about liking their actions. It is about recognizing their suffering. You wish them happiness so that perhaps their internal pain, the root cause of their harmful actions, may be alleviated. This act frees you from the mental toxicity of resentment. Zone 4, universal metta. Finally, you expand the feeling to all beings across the world, visible and invisible, near and far. This is the culmination. Realizing your capacity for kindness is truly boundless. The practice is simple. Dedicate a few minutes to each zone sequentially. When your mind wanders, which it will, gently bring it back to the specific group and the intention of the 3 phrases. This systematic expansion trains your heart to default to kindness, slowly dissolving the boundaries that separate you from the rest of the world. Part 5. The anti-poison. Dealing with difficult people. The most practical application of metta is its role as the antidote to anger and resentment. When someone hurts us, our default is dosa, hatred, aversion, which triggers a cascade of negative internal chemistry. The Buddha said that holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Metta protects you from this self-poisoning. When dealing with a difficult person, Zone 3, the technique is not about forcing a feeling you don't have. It's about using wisdom, prajna, to fuel the kindness. The see the wound technique. Pause. When irritation or anger flares up due to someone's action, use your 3-second pause. Viber 2. Acknowledge. Recognize the anger. Do not act on it. See the wound. Use your wisdom to remind yourself, hurt people, their negative actions, greed, hatred, or delusion, are born out of their own internal pain, fear, or profound lack of awareness. Send metta. From this place of objective compassion, gently send the 3 phrases to them. May they be free from suffering. May they be truly happy. This practice fundamentally changes the dynamic. You are no longer engaging in a personal attack. You are responding to their suffering with a wholesome wish. This does not mean you accept their bad behavior. You can send metta to your boss while simultaneously maintaining a firm boundary. Metta is an internal practice that preserves your peace. Boundaries are external actions that preserve your safety. By consistently responding to conflict with metta, You starve the karmic cycle of anger and resentment. You protect your own inner peace and transform a moment of potential destruction into an act of profound self-mastery. Part 6. Tiny Blessings. Injecting Mettā into your day. Mettā should not be confined to a meditation cushion. It is a mindful practice designed to elevate the quality of your entire day by injecting tiny acts of intentional kindness into routine moments. You are constantly cultivating a positive mental environment. This is the creation of the purest form of positive karma, a good action fueled by a wholesome intention. Mettā when moving. When walking down the street, see 5 people. As you pass each one, silently send them one of the Mettā phrases. May you be well. May you be safe. This transforms your walk from a passive journey into an active blessing session. 2. Mettā for devices. Before you open your laptop to work or pick up your phone to check social media, activities that often trigger anxiety and judgment, yang energy, take a moment, hold the device, and silently say, may the work I do with this tool bring happiness and benefit. This aligns your intention with a wholesome purpose, grounding your action in Mettā. Mettā for food. Before eating, pause, look at your meal, and silently send Mettā to all those involved in bringing the food to your plate. The farmer, the packer, the cook. May they be happy. May they be at ease. This transforms a consumption habit into an act of gratitude and conscious connection. Every small act of intentional well-wishing acts like a tiny drop of clean water, washing away the mental dust of daily stress and negativity. By the end of the day, your constant flow of Mettā has created an internal stream of positivity, making your mind less prone to judgment and more inclined toward joy. Start small, be consistent, and watch how quickly these tiny blessings transform the texture of your life. Part 7. The Boundless Heart. Why Mettā never drains. A common misconception is that focusing on the happiness of others must eventually lead to burnout or emotional exhaustion. We often associate giving with draining. However, true Mettā is the opposite. It is an act of the self-renewal. The key lies in its boundless nature. Think of your capacity for Mettā like a limitless ocean, not a small, finite well. If you have to pump water out, you eventually get tired. This is conditional love, attachment, but Mettā is a natural, effortless emanation, like the ocean breathing out mist. Mettā versus exhaustion. Mettā is a wish. It is the intention that flows freely. It doesn't require you to fix, solve, or take on the burden of another person's suffering. Your only job is to wish them well. Since the wish is a thought, it costs you nothing but attention, yet it purifies your mind. Exhaustion, attachment, occurs when you try to control the outcome of your kindness. I wish you happiness, and you must respond by being happy and loving me back. This conditionality is what drains your energy and leads to disappointment. The great Zen masters teach that the deepest peace is found not in holding back your heart, but in letting it flow freely, without expectation. When you practice Mettā, you are simultaneously reinforcing the knowledge that your own heart is a source of infinite goodness. You are giving yourself the experience of being kind and compassionate, which is inherently healing and uplifting. Therefore, Mettā is the strongest form of burnout prevention. It transforms the external world's demand for action into an internal practice of purification and replenishment. The more you send Mettā, the more you confirm your own internal wholeness. Part 8. Final Echoes. Choose compassion. Today, we have journeyed through the revolutionary practice of Mettā. You have learned that the key to lasting internal peace is not escaping the world, but transforming your relationship with it. Starting with the voice inside your head, you now possess the ultimate anti-poison against anger and the powerful technique to silence your inner critic. Mettā reminds us that every single moment offers a choice. Will you choose judgment, or will you choose kindness? Will you allow your inner bully to dictate your worth, or will you choose the unconditional acceptance of loving kindness? By consciously choosing Mettā, you step into your power as the true friend, protector, and champion of your own heart. Your internal happiness is the most powerful resource you have, and Mettā is the practice that makes it boundless. Embrace this final challenge. Today, set a reminder to practice the Mettā 3-phrase technique with yourself 3 times. Do it before you start work, before you eat dinner, and right before you fall asleep. Feel the quiet warmth of self-acceptance settle into your core. Thank you for joining us on Echoes of Life. If this message of unconditional love resonated with your soul, and if you are ready to continue building a life of peace and compassion, subscribe to our channel and join our community dedicated to applying ancient wisdom for modern self-healing. Like this video to help the algorithm share the powerful message of Mettā with others struggling with self-criticism. And finally, share this with one friend who you know struggles with their inner critic. Gift them the ultimate self-love technique. Until our next exploration into the profound wisdom of the East, may you be well, may you be safe, and may your heart be boundless.